People who exhaust you, people who drain you dry emotionally. Hello, y'all. I'm Dianna, Brianne. I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I do share with you my perspective on different topics. I hope you like, share, subscribe. All 5 channel names are pinned to the top of the comment section or description box below. People who exhaust you. Grandma used to say, those are people that drain you dry. Well, you know, first of all, I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I do share with you my perspective and on different topics. And I do hope you like, share, subscribe to all 5 of my channels. All 5 channel names are pinned to the top of the comment section or description box below. And all 5 channels have new, fresh, and different content. So people who exhaust you. You know, they can be lazy people. People who are just simply lazy and don't want to do the work and want other people to do it for them. It can be people who they want you to rescue them from, well, their laziness or their mistakes or they're digging their hole and they know what they're doing. These are competent adult people that other adults are rescuing them from. I knew a woman, and I've told this story before, who bought her son a house because, well, he couldn't hold a job for one reason or the other. So she bought him a house. The basement flooded, and he let it continue to flood. And so she wasn't in that particular town at that time, and so she called and said, please go turn the water off, go bail it out. And he did nothing from my understanding or from my remembrance. And the basement continued to flood to the point that she had to go back. She had to, you know, straighten it out. And she was out there as a much older woman bailing out the water from the basement that her adult, very much adult, I think he was in his 30s, would not do. So she learned her lesson, sort of, and sold that house. She also had a daughter who didn't pay her bills on time, and so the mother was always paying her bills for her. And so these were people that were exhausting and depleting her, and yet she was letting it happen. She was permitting it to happen in her life. She was allowing it to happen. And there are other people that will have outbursts or meltdowns, and these are competent people that choose to have the outbursts and the meltdowns. We're not talking about people who have unique situations, maybe for whatever reason. We're talking about competent people who selectively choose to have meltdowns. I was out at a store one day, and this teenage daughter was choosing, I believe, to have a meltdown because her mother wouldn't buy her a certain item that she wanted. And so the daughter had a meltdown, and the mother ended up buying the outfit. I think it was an outfit that the daughter wanted that was very expensive. And so the daughter was manipulating and controlling because she wouldn't have done that probably with other people. She just did it with her mother because she figured her mother would cave in, give her what she wanted. So it was a lot of manipulation going on there. People often do what works and they stop doing what doesn't work, okay? And I've seen it where I remember growing up, there was an 18-year-old son, and he would flip the table over if his parents didn't give him what he wanted. He would become angry and flip the kitchen table over at dinner time. And that was a form of manipulation because he wouldn't have obviously done it with other people who would not have permitted it. So these were competent people that knew what they were doing, but they were selective in how they did it and when they did it so that they could manipulate other people. And the other people were manipulated because they did what the people wanted them to do. And so until we stop doing what manipulators want, they're going to continue to manipulate. And for me, I don't want that kind of relationship with somebody. Even if I love them or care about them or have some sort of a relationship with them, I'm not going to tolerate that kind of behavior in my life. And I put limits on the kind of behaviors that are acceptable and not acceptable. And when we accept behaviors like that and continue to rescue people who should be rescuing themselves or solving their problems themselves, or they're melting down to get what they want, so they're manipulating, I step back completely and let them figure out their own lives, because I'm not going to play a part of that. And no matter how much I love them, care about them, know them, whether it's in a workplace environment, a family setting, a social setting, any kind of setting. And so there are people out there that manipulate through meltdowns, emotional outbursts, through laziness, through poor pitiful me. Oh, look at me, poor pitiful me, I can't hold a job. well, go find a job that you can hold, in my opinion, okay? Like I said, I don't give advice, suggestions, information, recommendations. I just share with you my perspective on different topics and often the way I do things. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.